Okay? And that's with 83 kids. All right? It's 6 minutes down the. What the freaking.
Oh, Jesus, that's a big surprise.
That's a big downgrade from Eric Vogel on Green Gooseberry.
Oh, Jesus.
Never mind. Just upgraded. We're good. What's up, buddy?
How y'all doing?
Good to see you.
Good to see y'all.
Hey, tell about what I called you, bro. What did I call you about?
Oh, you and what I haven't told you, Richie, Wojo actually beat you to the punch.
Screw you, Wojo.
He had called me like, I was actually on the phone with Wojo still, and he's like, oh my God, you won't believe what happened.
All right, where's the remove button? Can you remove Wojo from this meeting? Ernie, no, not Ernie! What's up, everybody? I'm Richie B from Banter with Richie B.
Hey, this is Ernie Pack. We're Pac-Man Paranormal.
Hi, I'm Eric Vanderlaan from War Party Paranormal.
I'm Jay Lynch from Dark Realm TV.
Hey, this is Joe Kudo from Dark Realm TV.
What's up, strangers? I'm Scary Gary.
Hey, how you doing, everybody? The Squatch Man here.
Hi, this is the Wojo.
Hey everybody, I'm Jason Schneider from LAP Productions and the Dark Realm TV Network.
Hey guys, my name is Sarah Sophia from KUWS.
You're watching the Animal Podcast Show.
Yeah, don't forget to tune in to the Animals Podcast. You won't be disappointed.
You are now watching the Animal Podcast Show, so stay tuned.
And you're watching the Animal Podcast Show.
And you're watching the Animal Podcast Show.
And you're watching the Animal Podcast Show.
And you're watching the Animal Podcast Show. So there.
Watching the Animal Podcast.
And you're watching the Animal Paranormal Podcast. Let's go.
Boom.
You are now watching Animal Expedition Files.
Wake up with your favorite station. Online, digital, and on your smartphone.
It's time for your favorite host.
Hey, what's up? It's the Animal Expedition Show. Thank you for coming on our show. I want to introduce to you someone here, my new co-host, Jessica. What is up? How's it going?
What's going on? I love the new intro.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I love doing that stuff. You know, it's so fun to be able to do stuff like that and be able to be creative because, You know, there's AI there, and it's trying to take over the world, and just like other things we're going to be talking about today, taking over the world, like
Everything
drones and fog, all kind of different damn things. What do you think about all that crazy shit that's happening?
You know, I have the fog sickness right now from going out in it this weekend.
Yeah, this whole thing has been so nuts, and we get a lot to talk about. We get an amazing guest here. Yeah, you don't want to miss out on Jason. He's an amazing guy, and check out his vodcast on YouTube, and definitely subscribe to his vodcast because you don't want to miss out on all the cool stuff that he talks about, and that he tries all these different cool foods and stuff like that. And every time I watch it, I want to like have a snack. So
he drags me into so much bad hot food items to eat with him, and I do it, and every single time I wish I hadn't. So
and the funny thing is, like, every time like I'm like working out and stuff, and then I watch a show, and then I get fatter just by watching the show because I want to eat all that good stuff. But let's get him on here. Let's have some fun and talk some cool stuff. What's up, brother? How's it going?
Hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. It's nice to be here on the night that Jessica has been crowned the co-host. So congratulations on that, and good luck. Good luck.
Thanks. It's fun to be here, and it's, you know, as the first guest of my co-hosting, it makes it a little easier because it's you.
You ease your way in. Yeah, it's just me.
You know.
Hey, it's me.
We're gonna have a good time. I just want to say thank you for all the people who are listening right now. Thank you, Damien. Thank you, Andrew. We're gonna be talking about the fog, Damien. That's for sure. A lot of crazy stuff. I know there's some fog stuff going on in the UK. I don't know if it's Damien's in Damien.
Is he in Scotland?
Yeah, Scotland. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if
sorry, Damien. I know like weird facts about you, so I'm so sorry. I'm not stalking you, I swear.
It is, man. Yep. But no. It's we're gonna have a good time here, and thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you, Jason, especially for what you do. Your podcast is so amazing, and like we were saying earlier, you make us so damn hungry every time we want to watch it. So just definitely follow him. And also, I know he's been trying to get more subscribers for his YouTube because before his birthday. So please go. Why don't you tell everybody before we start on the news, your vodcast, where they can find you?
Well, if you're over, if you want to type in your browser, it's just thevodcast.com. We'll get you to the YouTube channel. Otherwise, I believe it's youtube.com/GEYCEN. That will also get you there. Also, if you're looking for me on Facebook, Instagram, it's pretty much the vodcast. The podcast abides. Been doing it about 10 years. I love doing it. The food thing got out of control. I don't know where that came from.
Sorry.
You're driving the USS Enterprise.
Mojo, what's the matter with my headset?
It's what was it? R2D2.
It's my R2D2 headset.
Yeah.
But Jason, thank you so much again for coming on. Before we do go into the news, why don't you talk a little bit about your shows and stuff and what you do and all the tasty foods that you talk about.
Yeah, all right. Originally it started out with just an idea. The first year I wanted it to be called The Road to 40, and I had just turned 39, and I wanted a way to document a year of my life experiences, thoughts, feelings, so that if, my kids, my grandkids someday, I don't have a record of those things for my, grandparents, which I would love to have. And I think it's great to leave a legacy like that. And then I think after that ended, I needed to fill that void. And I really love doing Oreos. Unfortunately, Oreo may only put out, 6 to 8 flavors a year, which sounds like a lot, but when you're dying for the next one to do a review, it's few and far between. So, but I think what it all boils down to is I just want to make people smile and laugh and have a good time and know that they are loved and appreciated, and through weird ways of saying it, I guess.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, it's like I said, definitely go check out his YouTube. You have a lot of fun watching it. But speaking about Oreos, Jessica, didn't you have something about crazy theory about, since we're talking about crazy theories?
Since it's New Year, new conspiracy, if you will.
Yeah, since it's January 1st, let's talk about conspiracy theories and Oreos and
So Jay had brought up earlier about it possibly being like symbolic, the Oreo cookie. So I did some looks on the side here, and originally the theory is that Nabisco was started by a Freemason based company, and a lot of the symbols on the Oreo cookie, and if I say this wrong, I'm sorry, the pontifical cross, possibly a Freemason symbol on the cookies themselves. I don't know, Jay, you eat them more than I do, so have you ever noticed that?
I mean, in my extensive decade-long study of Oreos, I've come across this theory before. I don't know that there's any merit to it whatsoever, but I love theories like this. If you've never had the opportunity to read The Occult Conspiracy, it's a fantastic book that summarizes a lot of great conspiracies through the years and kind of roadmaps them. And this is just one of those ones where I've never found any definitive answer. I don't think Oreo takes it serious at all, but who knows?
That's pretty interesting. And I was just thinking about, like, if it's a conspiracy theory, we're talking about the what was it? The Holy Grail.
Yeah.
Imagine if those cookies were in the Holy Grail for all that long, and people are not dying from like whatever was in there. It's just Oreos. They open
It's just all the sugar.
Yeah,
It will kill you.
Somebody digging that out, like from millions of years or thousands of years, like, and just finding that crap, and then all of a sudden they're like so excited. Oh, we're gonna find something cool, and it's Oreos.
And then the second movie, when they went for the chalice, that was for the milk for the cookies.
Yep.
Yeah.
It all makes sense now.
That's why like I think why Indiana Jones was so confused when he picked it up. He's like, what the hell is this?
He's like, wait, this is cookies? What
If
the
you
hell?
look at the painting of the the Last Supper, there are Oreos on the table if you look close enough.
That's like the monster could be Hebrew for the devil and raising a toast to the devil. Oh man, that's interesting. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching this show. We got a lot of cool stuff ahead of you. I want to actually share this one news thing that's going on. If I still have it here, let me see. I don't know if I upload it, but check this out. I don't know if it's the right one, but we'll see.
This is Daytona Beach Shores, Florida at 1:45 p.m. today, and you can see the fog rolling in from two directions, but not in the middle part here where I'm about to show you. And then the next video that's about to come up right after this one is the balcony view, and you can't even see the ocean at all, and you can see this big ring here. Very strange, and it all just happened in a matter of about 15 minutes. Keep in mind there's no rain forecasted. It's not very cold outside. This is just very unusual to see and a very random time for fog to just appear. This is Daytona Beach Shores, Florida.
I was kind of dancing in that music. Kind of had a good groove to it, It's kind of fun.
was.
But that fog thing has been kind of crazy lately, and it's not just been Florida; it's been all around the world and UK and stuff. And people are just getting sick and having respiratory issues. People were saying they were having bad nightmares, coughing up blood. There's a whole bunch of symptoms that people were having, and it's just weird that this stuff is happening right when the drones are coming out. This is happening, especially this whole that whole shooting with the insurance guy. Like all this crazy stuff is happening all at the same time. I don't know if you guys have been having the fog issue, but it's pretty creepy if you think about it. It's like very eerie.
It reminds me of that movie. I think it was like early 80s, the Fog movie.
Yeah.
Literal, like the fog where it rolls in and just kills everybody.
Yeah.
That's happening outside of our houses this week, which is crazy.
Yeah. And the weird part is, like, I got pictures of it too. I wish I uploaded it, but during work, it was weird. Like during the fogs, you could see this one area where it was like blue and white, and the blue part was like dark in the middle. It was weird, like these weird blue particles,
like a taffy.
Yeah,
you pull it, kind of stretchy, kind of where it separates.
Yeah, it's weird stuff, man. I don't know.
I think you sent me a video about the senator talking about it, and I think I told you I immediately went and was like, please be AI, because if this is real, it's actually more horrifying than not.
About the drone thing, about that
Yes.
drone, which we'll
Yep.
be sharing. Actually, let's actually share that piece of news article, and we'll talk about that here in a sec. Why don't you guys check it out?
I'm going to tell you the real deal. Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones. That mothership is off. I'm going to tell you the deal. It's off the east coast of the United States of America. They've launched drones, is everything that we can see or hear. And again, these are from high sources. I don't say this lightly. Now, we know there was a probability it could have been our own government. We know it's not our own government because they would have let us know. It could have been some really glorified hobbyists that were doing something unbelievable. They don't have the technology. But let's pretend that's possible. The third possibility was somebody, an adversarial country, doing this. Know that Iran made a deal with China to purchase drones, motherships, and technology in order to go forward. The sources I have are good. They can't reveal who they are because they are speaking to me in confidentiality. These drones should be shot down. Whether it was some crazy hobbyist that we can't imagine, or whether it is Iran, and I think it very possibly could be, they should be shot down. We are not getting the full deal, and the military is on alert with this.
Yeah, I didn't get any audio on that.
Oh, I did.
Did you? I didn't hear it. All I saw was a mouth and a chin moving. I was
Although,
like,
I don't know if you saw it in my screen. It showed like his chin in here.
That was it. That's all you needed to know.
It looked like a butthole or whatever. What? I was dying the whole time.
Oh my God. No, I could hear it. I just only saw from like.
Yeah, I was like, what is that, like a flappy butthole or whatever?
All right, give us the what's the Cliff Notes version, Jess?
Oh, because you didn't hear it.
Yeah.
The drones are coming from the mothership off the East Coast.
Yeah, that.
Which is horrifying. I don't like the term mothership at all.
No.
Apparently, Iranian bought a whole bunch of drones from China, mothership, and all this kind of crazy things that they're buying that are big, pretty much as big as vehicles, like buses.
Yeah.
And that's what they're saying, that which is weird because, like, if they're saying this now, like before when they were asked this, they're like, oh no, it's not Iranian, it's not China, well, we should know this. But then it's like all of a sudden now it's Iranian, now it's China, and now they're it's doesn't make sense to me.
Yep. It's time to get all those Oreos, Jay. Hoard all the Oreos.
Yep.
Because it's happening, man.
Yeah. In the next times, the post-apocalyptic times, I will be Lord Oreo. But yeah, the drone things, it's funny because at first, like, they didn't know, they were saying they didn't know what it is, don't want to know what it is, don't know what it is. But we weren't doing anything about it. And I thought that was a very strange reaction because no matter what it is, if it's a hacker, if it's a bunch of kids messing around, if it's Iran, you would think you'd want to at least get your hands on one of these and, take it apart bit by bit and figure out what it's doing. Like it's saying it's not a national threat or anything like that, but we don't know that. We have no idea. And now that, like you said, they're saying they're coming from a mothership, an Iranian purchase from China, like they had to have had bits of that information they weren't sharing.
But also, you have to think if that was a hobbyist drone, that would have been snatched down in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah.
They're not going to let it shut down. Like Ohio base got shut down.
Mhm.
Air Force airplanes were grounded. If that was my drone out there, that would have been shot down within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
The fact that they're not doing anything about it was sketch to begin with.
Well, and if you think about it, like, what if there's like, since these things are big as bus, what if they had like some kind of nuclear whatever weapon inside these drones? Maybe that's why they're afraid to shoot them down.
Oh.
What if that's what's in these drones? But now there was a drone crash. I saw a video of it where it crashed into someone's van in their driveway, and then all the electrical of their home shut off. Like
an EMP.
Like acting up. It was like an EMP.
Yeah. It's
so-
it's time to get
weird.
some Faraday cages, big time.
You know, you have to get those tinfoil hats, you know.
I have that. I need to get a Faraday cage on top of it.
Could you imagine, like, in the next show, we'll just have like tinfoil hats, just in case we get.
I mean, I'm down if you guys are to wear a tinfoil hat next week.
Tin doesn't really look well on my skin tone. I'd have
I'm
to
just
go maybe
throwing
like
this
a-
out there. I mean, it's not trademarked or anything, so anybody can do this. But why doesn't somebody make a cloth hat that looks like a tinfoil hat
That'd be
for
cool.
people to wear? How much more like a beanie, but it's a tinfoil hat.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
I mean, there you go. You're sitting on a
anybody
gold mine.
listening wants to like go run with that. I don't have any crafting ability like that.
That would be.
I would buy one.
Yeah, that would be cool. Damien said Britain has created a nuclear power cell that lasts 5,200 years. Wow.
That's a lot of years.
That is. That's like older than my grandma.
Mine too, put together. I know he mentioned earlier the fog that killed everybody. Not
Yeah.
everybody, that'd be crazy. What was that about? I did not know that. I'm gonna have to look that up over here.
I can't see where he put that.
1952. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did go off of the fog, but I before we started filming, I was talking about how there was a few mornings this last week that I'd experienced it, and until you mentioned the whole dream nightmare thing, I think I posted in High from Space a group that we're in several times about these weird dreams and nightmares I was having from about the 19th until like the 24th, and it was definitely after experiencing an exposure to this fog.
Yeah, I had one. I took a nap this afternoon because I was sickly. And I had like the weirdest, like vivid, crazy dreams this afternoon when I napped, and it was on the verge of a nightmare, but I wasn't sure if it was like a fever dream or it was very vivid. Like I could recall everything waking up, and I don't even type. And on the back of me not feeling well, sickness wise.
Now think about this. Like, there's a thing out there that can cause dreams.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty psychologically. I'm using big words here, which very rarely happens, but like
it's a special show. Go ahead.
And it's a special show. It's Wednesday night. It's January 1st, but it's just very odd that people are getting nightmares and stuff for this because all that chemicals that enter your brain. I guess it just forms into some kind of. It's weird. It's like I'm not a scientist, but it's just crazy things that happen. It's kind of like paranormal.
Yeah, it could be kind of like when people, and I don't do this and I haven't, so I'm kind of going off of like reading and hearing things, but it's kind of like when people like microdose like LSD or something. Like it could even be that type of chemical.
Psilocybin. Yeah.
There you go with the big words. There's your quarter word for the night.
Well, that would make the most sense. I mean, it travels through the air sometimes on its own, nonetheless. Like
it could be particle. It could be dispersed like particles.
Easily, yeah, completely undetectable. Really, you might see a little bit of a fog, so to speak.
Yeah, and also like what Damien just said, the sickness, and the treatments they put in drinking water to prevent pipes from freezing in waters or the toxic buildups from waste. Yeah, I don't know, Damien. It's weird because I know because as a plumber, I do a lot of plumbing and stuff as my job, and I know like the city here, they pour a whole lot of chemicals and stuff like that in the water treatment centers, and it actually destroys the piping here. That's why like I come there and I'll find their leak, and you can imagine that we're drinking this shit.
Yeah.
And
cooking in it.
It's like it's melting the pipes. It's literally poking holes through the copper lines. And we're drinking this shit, and it's like people think, oh, it's cleaning the lines, blah 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 blah. But that's bullcrap because they know what they're doing to us, to our bodies, and it's just mind-boggling of all the crap that's happening.
And it just came out a couple months ago too. A lot of the main flu remedies that you can buy at like CVS, Walgreens, the main ingredient in that actually doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people are starting to move towards more natural things like Theraflu, Robitussin. The main ingredient was found out that it's psychosomatic. It actually doesn't work for your sickness. So they're getting you sick and then keeping you sick.
Yeah. Well,
There's no money in a cure.
No. Well,
no.
It's funny you say that because there's actually there's been people throughout history that has found cures for cancer, AIDS, diabetes, and it's ironic every time somebody has found a cure or something for this or that, whatever it is, they end up missing.
Or
you
their
know?
plane crashes.
Yeah, oft. Pretty much, if you could say that, in a decent way, but it's odd that all this stuff. It's because they just want to make more money. That's they make, like my wife says, they make more money of people dying,
Yeah.
which is sad.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah.
And I
like,
know, yeah,
I went, like, I obviously am under the weather, but I went and bought, instead of getting like actual medicine today, and this is going to sound ridiculous,
Yeah.
I went and got a pineapple, because I know I'm not going to. So if you boil the pineapple skin, I know this is so ridiculous. I got home and my boyfriend was like, "Oh, did you take any medicine?" I was like, "No, I bought a pineapple." Because if you boil the pineapple skin, it's really good for your lungs. It helps clean out your lungs.
Mm.
So a lot, like oil of oregano, all the more all natural cures, so many more people are turning towards that. So I'm going to get some like stregonona recipes later on, start eating some garlic and doing all of that, because
Nona recipes. I
some
like that.
stregonona recipes. Yeah.
like sticking a piece of ham on your face or something like that. And
I haven't heard that one. What is that?
no, I'm
I'll,
just kidding.
I'll try it if it works at this point.
It like makes your skin younger. I don't know.
There was a comment that popped up just a moment ago. Do you have the ability to bring it back up again by chance? It was a short little comment, but it struck me. Microdose of lithium also lower. No, maybe it's also a mental health issue. You were talking about insurance or something along those lines, and of course, we know that a few weeks ago, the president of the United Healthcare was
CEO. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I, from my perspective, I don't think murder is ever really justified, and I think it was a heinous act. But at the same time,
I knew there was going to be a but.
I do kind of understand the frustration of how especially the healthcare system builds up like that. I don't know how this was tied back to what we were just talking to, but that comment just jumped out at me. I didn't want it to go by without saying something about that.
Well, yeah, and going to the insurance part, a lot of people are getting screwed with insurance because I used to work with insurance companies, and like every time I've talked to a customer, they're like, "Oh, if you put in a claim, we're going to cancel you." Every time, and I'm like, "They can't do that. That's illegal." And they do it.
Oh yeah. After paying for years and years and years.
And like in a way, I can understand like the frustration. So I don't condone, like, I'm not saying like killing someone is like
No, it didn't change anything because that guy was so replaceable. They just kept going on with their meeting right after he was shot anyways.
But like, did he deserve it? Well, like I don't want to say that live. You're like, did he deserve it? Did he not?
I know that it's a fine line, because I do understand what you're saying, because I kind of feel like, I mean,
but doing that doesn't solve the bigger issue.
No.
Right.
You know
It
what I
makes
mean?
a hell of a statement, though.
Oh yeah, you're definitely a martyr for life.
Oh yeah.
For that, but it doesn't
Yeah.
solve the bigger issue, and nothing's going to solve the bigger issue. That's why they're throwing drones and fog at us instead.
Yeah.
So
And it's funny how like that happens and all this drone shit happens and fog and stuff.
Yeah.
All at once, yeah.
It's just a big distraction, one thing after another to get away from what just happened.
Oh yeah, it's a huge wag the dog situation. Like if you're wagging the dog, you're not watching what the tail is doing, or however that. I don't know why that statement is, but there it is.
And the shitty part is like they're still getting away with all this shit, like insurance claims and fraud, and people like they're literally getting away with murder. I hate to say that.
They are.
There's people that are dying from cancer and they're trying to get things covered, like they could get this chemo, can they get this type of medicine or the shot that they need, like, and it's not the insurance company is like, oh yeah, we'll let it go through, and all of a sudden the doctor comes back, sorry, the insurance can't cover it.
Yeah.
They're like, we can't take care of you, and they're pretty much screwed in a way. That's that's murder in itself.
It is. If a doctor recommends a therapy and the insurance cancels it due to it not being covered, that shouldn't be a disconnect there. If the doctor recommends
Yeah,
therapy, your insurance should cover it for a major disease or something like that.
You were talking about the Princess Leia doll that we auctioned, or a friend of ours made that we auctioned off. This is a perfect example of it. My friend Peter Burnt, he about a year ago, we put together an auction, raised a few $1,000s for him because he can't even afford, between his diabetes insulin shots and his daughter's, they have to split it, and basically by the end of the month they don't even have enough to cover their needs. So and he's got pretty good insurance too. It's like Blue Cross Blue Shield. It's not like a small insurance company.
Yeah, there no, like Dude said, there is no money in
No, there isn't. It's there's money in keeping people sick. That's the problem.
Yeah. Hey Michelle, how's it going? But yeah, I don't know, this whole insurance crap that's going on, and it's just wild. It's like and another thing, like, I don't know if anybody has seen the news today. I wish I had a clip of it, but I don't like, showing news clips about people dying and stuff like that. But already January 1st, on New Year's Day, like I think it was at 2:00 in the morning, some guy ran over like a cluster of people and then shot a whole bunch of people, and it was just a big massacre. And apparently, like, there's more to it, I guess, because they saw a whole bunch of stuff, like with ISIS stuff and all this crap going on, and like there's more to it, like he was framed and this and that. Like I don't know, it just seems like the more the year goes by, like even like we're in January 1st, we already got crap going on in the world, and plus don't forget the 2 guys that died finding Sasquatch.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard that news, but they
in Oregon, was it?
In Oregon, yeah, 2 guys looking for Sasquatch, and they passed away because of I think it was just too cold there, and they didn't they needed
exposure.
Yeah. That's what I say, because I'm a woodsman. I love the woods, and I always like to go hiking and looking for Sasquatch, or actually go hunting. But like, yeah, make sure when you go in the woods, people just have the proper gear, because especially the cold, like I've been in the mountains where it's super cold and stuff, where you never know if you're gonna get stuck or something. I've been in those situations, but have the stuff to make sure you have water, make sure you have food, because you could be out there for hours and until that snow stops, so you could actually get going back to where you live. So yeah,
I saw something on Facebook last week. I think Mike, Mike.
Yeah.
He had posted like about what happened with the hikers in Oregon.
Yeah.
And how to like take precautions like for each other. Like, what are your recommendations for going out in the woods so this doesn't happen to people that we know?
Yeah.
And like you said, like you just have to know it's all fun and games to go out and go squatching and do this and that, but you get out into those types of environments and it's just you get turned around and you're lost.
I went hiking once back in about '93 on Mount Chikuro.
Was that the last time you went hiking? Is that why?
No, but I do recall. Like I went
hiking about 40 years ago.
Oreos with them.
I did have a stack of Oreos, but I was wearing shorts. And when we got up to maybe like 2,300 feet above sea level, all of a sudden we were in like 18 inches of snow. Like we weren't prepared for that or anything. So it can change on you real quick. You don't know where you are, and all of a sudden the snow around you.
I don't know Portland, Oregon's weather or like snow or this or that, but I mean, it was December. It was Christmas Day, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Christmas Eve, I think it was.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's got to be cold, blustery.
Oh, yeah.
Foggy, like all of that. Like, it's funny that people go out not prepared still when you see this happening day in and day out. Look what happened to the Warlock guy. Like, that was I loved that actor. He had been hiking his whole life and got lost in the mountains.
Yeah. It's weird. Like, I know in Florida, like, we have swamps, right? So, like, when I go squatching or hunting and stuff, I got to wear, like, long, thick jeans. I got to wear snake boots because we got gators and snakes and spiders and anything that could pretty much eat you. So you have to bring protection, like, weapon on you or a knife, to protect yourself, because you never know where you're going to get in those woods, especially in Oregon. You got bears and stuff like that.
Yeah.
all kind of different, like moose, elk, bison.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that stuff will chase your ass, it's
If it's not an element, it's definitely going to be an animal. I noticed when you mentioned bears, Jay's face lit up, so I feel like he wants to mention. I knew you were going there. Go ahead. I know where you're going with this already.
got a bear story.
Oh,
Well,
he has a bear.
yeah, I've got a few bear stories. I'll give you one quick. We were hiking, me and my two sons, my wife, her sister, and two of their kids. Well, my son Griffin was really young at the time, and so my wife decided to bring him back down. So we went to the top, and on the way down, I came around a corner. My other boy Grayson, was probably about 35 feet back, and right there on the path, scratching his back on a tree, is a black bear. And I'm like, oh my God, I've prepared for this my whole life. It's time.
Jay is convinced he can fight a bear if he catches it in the right
bear.
scenario.
Yeah, I think given the right, scenario, I think I could take a black bear.
I don't know. It probably could. It's probably profitable.
Oh, don't encourage him, please. We've been discouraging him from fighting a bear for like 40 years now.
I would sell tickets to that. That would be.
I would buy a ticket to that.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be entertaining one way or the other.
It would be a lot better than the Mike Tyson and Jake.
Oh God, so much better. Yeah.
Oh, it'd be quicker. That's for sure. It'd be way quicker. There'd be one round and Jay would be on the ground.
I feel like they were dancing the whole time. Like, oh, be careful. Like, we're making millions of dollars.
Yep. And then Netflix,
Yeah.
Internet went down everywhere.
How crazy was that? Like, Netflix is a multi-billion-dollar company.
Right.
I don't know if it was Netflix or if it was the services that went down, like internet in general, because so many people were online.
Apparently
I feel like
got sued for over $50 million for
yeah.
it. Yeah, there's a lot of lawsuits for it. It was pretty nuts. I don't know if the bear always has
The bear always has the right of way. Exactly.
You ever watch that? What's that one? There's a video out there where there's this bear boxing somebody. I don't know. It's funny. He's like sitting up. He's like, like.
Oh, like they used to do with the
In the, like,
old-timey
circuses.
bears. Yeah, the circuses.
Hey, come on.
Oh my God.
Made me think of a movie. Remember a Will Ferrell movie? He was in a basketball movie from the 50s, and he was fighting a bear, and he's like, "Throw your babies at the bear."
Saw that.
Don't remember that, but it sounds like him.
Oh, I know what basketball movie you're talking about. I don't think I saw that one though with that scene.
It was good. Yeah.
Picture the traffic cheer channel if you could get Jay to fight a bear like live on.
I'll have to do live, like
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe that's where the road to 50 ends, is in a bear fight.
Could be.
Or it could be the fog.
Yeah. I'll take on the fog any day. Come on, fog.
Oh, Cocaine Bear. Yeah, that was a
yeah.
Dude, that had a lot of great actors in it. That's actually a true story,
Isn't that crazy?
Bear didn't go crazy though. They made all that shit up about the bear going. But
I think I went to the movies to go see that one. I was shocked how graphic some of the scenes. I was like, oh, it's Cocaine Bear. It's going to be funny. And then that chick gets her leg ripped open. And I was like, oh, I'm in for a treat.
in real, what actually happened, the bear ate so much cocaine, he got sick and died.
Yeah.
But wanted to put a little shift to it, and the bear went crazy and killed everybody. So they wanted to make it into a horror movie.
It was that. Now I know that Cocaine Bear did so well. They were talking about doing like Cocaine Shark, Cocaine Raccoon.
Yeah. Heroin, like beaver or whatever.
I would watch the shit out of Cocaine Raccoon though.
Oh, he like eats your trash.
He's like fucking beating the shit out of your trash.
Oh damn. Damien's like, as long as I can run faster than my friend and without a bear attack.
I think I can run faster than Jay, maybe on a good day that I'm not sick, or I could just trip him and take off.
I would like I would like to fight a Bigfoot, like in real life. If I could meet a Bigfoot, I would like to fight one. That would be
like
cool.
I feel like wrestle or like fisticuffs. Like, how would you take
Probably both, because you'll probably kick my ass, but it'd be fun.
I wonder if they have like a fighting technique, because like we've never witnessed one do battle before, but there's got to be some kind of inherent way that they attack. They seem smarter than a bear, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they're smarter than a bear in the sense that we see more bears than we see Bigfoot. So bears are dumb enough to show themselves.
Always waiting for me.
I fought a kangaroo once. That was fun. You ever see that video where the kangaroo tried punching the guy and the guy punched him in the face? And the
There's
kangaroo-
only like 3 animals I think I could take
yeah.
in real life. And a kangaroo is not one of them. It's probably like a fish, maybe. I don't know.
Not even a cat. No, I'm just
No, I wouldn't know. My God. I was playing with my cat last year and it like bit my finger by accident. I ended up in the hospital. So I definitely can't take a cat.
grab, twist, and pull, then run. What do you grab though and twist? Is it
The undercarriage, I think.
the undercarriage?
Yeah.
Now we're talking about grabbing undercarriages of bears and big.
Yeah, but you gotta, what if you have to scruffle for it? I'm not gonna go finding it.
It'd be a little hairy down there, you know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now
Oh
we're
yeah. A polar bear is, well, there's a saying.
Oh.
If it's brown, lay down. If it's black, fight back. If it's white, good night.
Yeah, they'll hunt you for sport.
Yeah.
They're only
Right?
only other mammal on the planet that hunt for sport.
Besides what?
Humans.
Oh, well, yeah.
Now, a hippo will kill you if you come into its territory and not eat you, but that's just self-defense in that case.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Hippos scare me, dude. I've seen a hippo
Oh, yeah.
one time, and they're, I've seen some crazy shit.
Well, you're
Yeah,
in Florida, so I feel like you have.
You have a lot of like wild boars there, don't you?
Oh, I hunt. I actually got a head on my wall in the
Oh,
living
nice.
room. I got a
Oh, nice.
hog head. He was like a 450-pounder hog. But,
Wow.
yeah, he's a big dude. But yeah, I do a lot of hog hunting with my daughter. My old-
How long does that, I'm assuming you eat them afterwards?
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Hog-
How long does that feed for? Because they're
oh,
huge.
Gosh, like over a month.
Yeah.
It's a lot of meat, especially like that, and you gotta know how to prepare it and stuff. And like smoking it is like the best. Like just it tastes so good. Not smoke it literally, but smoke in a smoker. If anybody wants to know what that is, I'm not smoking a hog. But
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
I'm gonna get high off a hog after hunting them down. You know, roll them up a doobie.
Yep. Guys just both chill, smoking a hug.
Yeah, pork and applesauce. Now you're making me hungry.
You're gonna have to go shoot a hog after this.
I was so hungry I could eat hog.
They're actually like they're very hogs are they'll attack you.
Yeah, they're aggressive, aren't they?
They're very protective. I've actually one instance when I went hunting, I shot one. It was like 80 yards, and there was a whole group of them. And it was funny. They were all coming towards me after I shot the first one, and I, reloaded my gun, and I pointed back to all the other hogs because they were like coming towards me, and they saw that gun. They went the other way. So they're smart.
Oh shit! Yeah, they're invasive and smart as hell.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of hunters that bring their dogs, and the hogs will like tear up the dogs sometimes. It's crazy. I've seen some crazy stuff when people take their dogs out and hunt hogs.
I don't think my 22 is gonna kill a hog. I only have my gun's like this big. I don't think I'm gonna kill anything running towards me with it.
A 22? No, not a 22. You have to have.
Well, it's a 22 Escort, so it's even tinier than.
Like a pea shooter.
It is. It's like a 1973 like museum piece. That is my.
I think I could take a shot from that.
We can find out. I'll see you on your 50th birthday, and we'll try that. Live on the Animal Podcast, we see if Jay could take a shot from a 22.
Yeah, that's ratings right there.
And fight a bear.
That's content right there.
Fighting the bear, taking a shot from a 22. It's going to be an interesting year.
Yeah, they multiply quickly. Hogs, yeah, they do.
Yeah,
they do.
I mean, what's their natural Floridian enemy besides people? I guess
pythons, boa constrictors.
I wouldn't even think so. I would feel like they would be able to fight anything. They're massive, aren't they?
Yeah, they could get like the one I took down. Yeah, he was huge. But yeah, they get pretty huge. There's actually one that got caught not too long. Oh no, it was a couple of years ago. They called him Hogzilla. He was like a 800-pound hog.
Wow.
Yeah, he was and he was
massive.
a mean sucker, but they didn't kill him. I think they caged him. But I don't know what they did with him afterwards. They probably did kill him and eat him. But
I love how this started with fogs and it's now devolved into
Hogs.
hogs.
Hogs
So
and-
it's all close enough. We could talk
Hog-
about bogs next. You guys
Yeah.
Hogs and bogs and Oreos and trogs.
Trogs? Oh, troglodytes. Never mind.
Troglodytes, yeah.
Yeah. Is that a D&D?
I wonder how much XP you got every time you kill a hog. I mean, a 450-pound hog, I feel like that's 1,000 XP.
And now it's devolved into get your D20 because we're rolling for initiative to find out.
Used for body processing.
Probably. I don't know. I never played that game. I gotta
What?
Me either.
No, I've never ever rolled a rogue and played for like
Hmm.
10 years in one of Jay's games. Never.
you guys gotta I need to learn.
It's not hard. You just need dice and a piece of paper
Yeah.
and
Or
an
nowadays,
imagination.
you can do it all digitally.
No,
We
you gotta
should-
do it for real.
We should do a live like of D&D. You know, just do a live D&D. That'd be cool. That would be
That would be awesome as hell.
Yeah, that would
But
be
if Jay, would you run a game that we were cryptid hunters?
Oh, I like it. Yeah.
cool. That would be cool.
Yeah, because I think that in some of the D&D things, Sasquatch, Mothman, they actually have stats. You can find the stats.
Yeah,
for
I'm
them.
sure they're out there.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, we should come back a month from now and do a live D&D game where we're cryptid hunters.
That would be yeah.
That would be cool.
Family used to breed them. Sasquatch?
But yeah, they used to breed Sasquatches. They would feed them Guinness.
Could you
Yeti.
like if someone's breeding Sasquatch? That'd be pretty interesting.
I mean, they're coming from somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, it's weird. Like my family's property. It's like it's about almost 5 acres of land, and they've been having a lot of skunk ape stuff going on. I've been getting like big footprints, and I just bought a game camera to see what the heck is like putting these footprints. So I started this, like, I know you probably heard this from Wojo and Rich, but they have like a gifted chair.
Yeah.
I kind of did this gifting bucket and I put like apples on it. And it's weird. Like this camera is like an expensive. I got a really good camera because I wanted to make sure I get this thing, whatever.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, Rich said he was having the same exact crap that's happened to his camera, and it would get every single freaking animal that comes because it takes photos about 0.5 seconds. So like if something's there, it's gonna take quick photos. I get quick photos of everything. Apple's still there. Then all of a sudden, I get a call from my dad. He's like, "Apple's gone." I'm like, I didn't get no photos of the apple get taken.
That's crazy.
And then like I've been talking about this idea of Bigfoot's cloaking themselves. And which is weird because like a lot of people are like, oh, they can't cloak themselves. I'm like, what if they could?
Yeah,
Maybe
like the Predator movie.
Yeah,
Type of
kinda like
situation.
the-
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's weird because the apple goes away, and sometimes I'll put 2 apples and it only takes 1, or I'll take both, and it won't even shoot. You won't see it on the camera, but afterwards, other animals will come by and you'll see those, but you won't see whatever takes the apple. But then when my dad goes out there, he'll see the footprints, big footprints, like a foot.
I mean, there's nobody that can say for sure, like, oh, well, a Sasquatch can't do that because nobody has been able to examine one and say, oh, well, they don't have cloaking. How do you know?
Well, isn't there a theory? I mean, that's out there and about there. I know I've read about it. Where a lot of cryptids will put off a particular energy field, almost like an EMP, that just kind of shuts down that ability to capture them. Now, I don't know. Obviously, like you said, we've never had one in our possession that we can study and so on and so forth. But I mean, it's another theory that that's the reason why they're so very, sparsely captured on film.
Well, I think every theory is correct until it can be proven wrong. You can't say something's wrong if you can't prove it right, or the other way around.
Well, I think like this weekend, I'm going back up there. I actually want to go into a ghillie suit and actually sit outside the whole time.
Yep.
And put an Apple on this thing and see if I could hear things. I'm gonna like have a recorder and stuff like that. I might go live.
Yeah, that would be amazing to watch. Like,
it's I want to see what the hell this thing is, and if that apple gets taken when there's nothing there, that would be truly amazing, because then that will prove the theory that if it is Bigfoot or something paranormal or whatever it is, taking it and leaving those footprints behind, then that would be pretty dope. But an Apple tag inside the apple, that's
you know,
good
I
idea.
mentioned that, and somebody was like, "Oh, it wouldn't work once it got into his stomach."
Oh,
That's what I was like. I told Richie, I go, you throw an Apple tag in that zinger, because he put zingers out, which I would eat the shit out of if I was a Bigfoot. But somebody had mentioned the Apple tag would maybe not work from internally.
Yeah. I don't know. It's pretty interesting.
It's worth a try. I mean, even if you could get a knockoff Apple tag, so you're not wasting that much money.
Yeah.
What a bear trap.
Oh.
What if I did that? Imagine if I did that and it's actually a person taking those apples, and it's like,
well, they'll know better next time not to go on your property, won't they?
Yeah,
They'll learn.
It ends up being my dad.
He just loves apples.
Dad, I was trying to catch Bigfoot.
Yeah. He's like, these fucking apples are delicious. Sorry, son. My God.
Yeah, that'd be too funny. But yeah, I don't know. It's pretty interesting with the whole cryptid stuff, like Mothman, Wolfman. You know, there's so many cryptids out there that people have experienced. The whole UFO thing, that's going on, and I don't know.
Let's talk about the UFO thing, because I want to talk to Jess about that, because this is, of all the things that
I
she
know.
believes in.
I am not an aliens person. I have had a cryptid sighting.
Yeah.
I have had 1,001 paranormal experiences. Aliens just don't work for me.
But aren't they confirmed at this point by our own government, pretty much?
Or is it our own government?
They say there's like 70 species.
There are unexplained phenomenon. I'm not going to say that I don't think it exists. What I don't think it is, thanks for putting me on the spot, jerk. What I don't think it is aliens, I guess. Like, I don't believe in the whole gray men coming down, sticking stuff up areas. I don't believe in it in the classic sense.
Yeah. But you believe that there could be life on other galaxies?
Oh, without a doubt. I don't think that we're the only life in the universe. I think a lot of the stuff that we are seeing, and a lot of stuff that I'm all about, our government is doing what they can to screw with us.
Yeah.
So the drones, the UFOs, the aliens, it's all used as a control by our government for us. That's how I think of alien sightings. I don't think there's two little men in there trying to levitate me up into the ship and probe me.
Now, there are some theories out there. I'll throw them out to you and see what you guys think here. I know we have a few minutes left, but here's my theory of this thing. You know, I haven't had experiences of seeing weird phenomena. I'm not saying it's an
haven't. Sorry,
I have.
Okay,
but I'm not going to say it's an aircraft, because you never know what's up in the skies. It could have been a burning star. Probably not. I don't know, but I've seen some weird stuff out there that, like, in the sky that has flown in weird directions, up and down, sideways, and disappear, you know, out of nowhere. And I know an airplane doesn't do that. And it wasn't a drone, because I'm pretty, you know, I'm very well known with drones because I fly them all the time, especially with filming. But there's theories out there that I don't think they're green men or gray, whatever you call them. I think we have, like, I don't know if you watch like Marvel or anything like that, but let me give you an example. You ever watch The Flash, the show, TV show, The Flash? like Arrow and the Flash. No, not Marvel. It's DC.
Yeah, yeah.
There's like multiple universes where they
Yeah,
each-
dimensional.
What if? Okay, this is just a theory, but probably profitable if I believe this more than Green Men. What if like there's a veil that's torn in our universe where these things are coming through, kind of like a wormhole, you know, because they have said there's like wormholes or gates or whatever they call them and stuff. What if it's like other people in other dimensions that are coming here and just like visiting and trying to warn us for something?
Yeah, totally believable. Like the Langoliers.
Yeah.
I totally believable. That would be something I would say, yes, I believe that alien ship was possibly even a plane from another dimension cutting through for a split second.
That we can't even recognize.
Exactly. Rather than, and then, you know, until I have an actual alien experience, I haven't had one yet. You know, I would possibly change my mind, but until then, oh yeah, Langoliers was a good movie if that's what Damien's talking about. But a dimensional rift, like without a doubt.
Yeah.
That's what I would believe aliens are. Are there little gray creatures and these things coming down to learn from us? Why? If they have the ability to do that, what can we teach them?
Yeah. Now, what if these dimensional creatures? What if they got burned or melted or something? And then to our eyes, we see them as like green men or gray men, and they're trying to warn us not to go down this path that they've been through.
Well, that's what the Indrid Cold thing was. When Indrid Cold, that whole thing was them coming here to warn us against future technology that we're going to use to end ourselves.
Yeah.
So that's believable to me.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's what I think. Like, my theory is with that, because I think honestly, like, I believe in time travel and all that stuff is possible. Time travel is possible, but you can't go back. Supposedly, you can go forwards, but you can't go backwards. The way time travel works, I guess. The theory of it, I guess. But I think honestly, it's kind of like time traveling, but they're coming through the dimension, you know, this way. And I don't know. It's pretty like Damien said, are they from our past or future? You know, it could be anything.
I mean, it could be the same timeline. It's just a different. There are other worlds than
Like
this.
Planet
Exactly. Yeah.
the Infinity World or something like that.
Yeah, they came from a thinny, a Stephen King thinny, just like the
Yeah.
Gunslinger did.
I've always believed that there are a limitless amount of multiverses possibilities where like even just the breadth of a hair is off by a centimeter in one, but everything else that occurs in that entire timeline still exists. Like I've always had this feeling like every possibility is captured somewhere in another timeline.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have anything to back that up, but just in my mind, that's always something I've just felt really strongly about.
Do you think there's another Jason somewhere that's doing Oreo reviews?
Oh yeah, there's trillions of them. Like there's just a countless amount, and they're all just doing something slightly different than the other one. Like so many variations out there that it's like.
I wish I
beyond
met
our
the other
comprehension.
ones.
You motherfucker. They are probably cooler. Yeah.
They might be.
I'm gonna change a little subject here. We got a couple of minutes left, but I want to change the subject. What do you guys think about that ugly fucking Cybertruck?
I was having a conversation with my son yesterday about this because as far as I know, like there is less than 10,000 of those that have been sold. Like there's a very small handful that have been sold across the country. And there's one here in Lynchburg, Virginia. It's the red and black one. And we see it all the time. And it's almost like seeing a bear in the wild where you're like, hey, there's not many of those out there. So check it out. It's weird.
Do you look at it and you're like, douche, or do you look at it and you're like, oh, that's kind of cool?
No, I go total douche. I just feel like in a way like cars were having this natural evolution of going from boxy to more aerodynamic, and that is just a weird, strange kid's drawing to me.
If somebody gave you one tomorrow, though, would you take it?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, then.
Drive that motherfucker
free.
around.
If it was free, I would take it. Like if I won it or something like that.
Exactly.
I'm not going to spend $100,000. The reason why I ask you guys is because there's been a news article that just happened recently, right in front of Trump Towers, where there was fireworks in back of a Tesla and it exploded. Check this out. I don't know if you can see the Cybertruck, but definitely check it out on the news. You could definitely see the whole Cybertruck right in front of Trump Tower.
$100,000 down the drain.
Explodes, and then after it explodes, all the fireworks go off like it's a celebration. You know, it was kind of cool, kind of in a way.
Unfortunately, there was a death, as far as I know. One person did die
From that?
Yeah,
That?
from this. Yeah.
Oh no,
It's kind of a bummer, but yeah, I read about that a little earlier. It could be just a theory, but like as far as I know, I think someone did perish in the attack. So now it's even more like they're really kind of hunting it down. But yeah,
they banned it in the UK. You can't buy a Cybertruck in the UK. I remember.
Really?
Yeah.
Smart UK.
Yeah, it's such a strange thing. I'm behind the idea of self-driving vehicles. Like, I love the idea of that. I almost feel like it would be safer in the.
Oh, no way. I don't even like me driving vehicles. Why would I have a vehicle?
That's what I'm saying. I'd rather have a robot drive me around than you.
Oh no, if that was the option, yeah, I guess.
There's been like people like with the whole self-driving thing, where people are driving and then the car goes right into the house, drives into people's homes and stuff like that.
That's true. And the ability to hack into the system and just like totally like kidnap someone and
yeah.
But yeah, thank you. Hey, Jason, what's up, brother? Yeah, no, this has been such an amazing show. We had so much to talk about. I know we could go on forever, but Jason, before we go here, talk about your vodcast here a little bit and what you do with our amazing, wonderful viewers here, and kind of giving them a taste of what you're going to be talking about next on your amazing YouTube.
Sure. Hey, everybody. Thank you for checking out the Animals Podcast. I am thrilled to be on it here today. I have a channel called The Vodcast. You can get there by going to www.thevodcast.com. I would love it if you checked it out. And if you're even digging the content that I create, hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 700 subscribers before the end of the year, but we're going to stretch that out to the end of the road to 50. That's right. I turned 50 on February 28th. And this last year has been basically an encapsulation of my food reviews and demos, a lot of D&D talking, and having a lot of friends on the show and just having a grand old time. So if you enjoy making people smile and being a good human being, it would be awesome if you checked it out.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Jason, for coming on. Thank you for my amazing new co-host, Jessica. You will see every Wednesday with me at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So you don't want to miss out. We're going to be talking about some crazy theories and crazy stuff. You know, you don't want to miss out. But yeah, we're going to be ending this show. We're a little over time, but who cares? We don't give a fuck. We're having fun. It's New Year's. Have a happy New Year's, everybody. And hopefully people didn't get too drunk because tomorrow starts a new day. You know, people going back to work and everything's back open. So
yeah, happy New Year's, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Back to work.
I want to do this thing because I watch Jay's show in the beginning. He does this snap. So I think like we should end the show in a snap if I could find what I gotta find. But end in a snap and then we'll cut the show off. And then we'll talk a little bit after the show.
You're gonna do the whole
No, but everybody, peace out.
Lights on. Dark Realm TV. Coming soon.